Okay, so yesterday, we must have messed something up because I noticed in reviewing the footage we had a bug with a logical bug with the score increment. So I think when we incremented our double score, we might have screwed up something. So this line of code happens when we collide with an egg. The egg is past its invulnerable state, and we're moving slower than a 0.3 on our DX. And the vulture's egg is bounced off the floor, in which case we just increment by the score amount. I'm trying to think of what the bug might be from. Oh, we do have this set up a little differently. Let me just see if that bug is existing when I just grab an egg off the floor that is on the floor. Oopsie. Okay. So we're at 250. Our second egg should be worth 500, and it's on the ground, so it should be worth just 500. So our score after picking this egg up should be 2,750. See, it gave like a double score there. It gave a double score there for some reason. Now, if we... This should be a 750 egg. So if it does the double score again incorrectly, it should be, what, 1,500 more? So it would be 4,750. Okay, no. That one did it right. Huh. What does that mean? I'm going to try to get 3 eggs on the bottom again, so I can test this. Wait, okay. Oh. Oh. I suck at this game, man. Wow, and look at that. The egg went right off screen. It like landed right off screen. Okay. First egg should be 250, so our score should be 1750 after this. It is. Next one is 500, so it should be 2,000. 2,000. Wait, no, 500, so it'd be 2,250. Yeah. Should be 2,250. See, that one was double. The 500 is double for some reason. But the 750 egg should be, now our score should be, what is it? 3,500? If it does it correctly. Yeah, 3,500. So for some reason, the second egg, when it's 500, is doing it incorrectly. So why would that be the case? Why would the second egg have a logical bug? So if it's wave 1, we insert into our scores table print score objects, and the parameter of score amount gets the lowest egg score, which we start off at 250, and then we increment by 250. Okay, so that, I don't think that's where the problem's coming. But why would... Why would the second egg be doing it incorrectly? If egg bounced off floor, okay. Okay. I don't think these parentheses necessary. We go by PEMDAS. What could be screwing that up? Oh, I see. We've got, check this out right here. If we're going greater than or equal to 0.3, we're actually adding score twice. So it wasn't that it was the second egg, it was that we were moving fast. If we were moving fast, it was doing it wrong. So now, let's try it. Okay, there's one egg, 2 eggs. Pitch. Okay. So, first egg at walking speed, let's test walking speed first. First egg would be 250, so our score should be 1750 after this. It's a slow walk. 1750, got it. Now, second egg should be 500. So we're gonna run at it this time and see if running at it plus a 500, so it should be 250. 2,250. Yes. Now, so let's try, I guess, walking slow again. This would be 750, so this should be 3,000 exactly. Cool. Okay, so yeah, I think that did fix our bug. For whatever reason, we just totally screwed that up. But we've got that fixed. Now, honestly, a little tired. I should have got programming earlier, but I think what I'm going to do today is make our sprite atlases for our enemy tiers for the Hunter and Shadow Lord. Because I think that's the next step, is to work on the hatching. And in order to hatch, we need... well, I mean, yeah, we could do hatching first. I was just kind of thinking, like, I know we need those sprites, so might as well get them made so that they're ready for when we start implementing the logic. So if we go into our picks and our vulture atlas, perfect. I'm just gonna duplicate that and call it Hunter Atlas. And we'll probably change our Vulture Atlas to become Bounder Atlas because it's more accurate. And then we're gonna need a Shadow Lord Atlas as well. Now, they all have green eyes, they all have the same color feathers. They're just jockeys are the different colors. So if we go into our Hunter Atlas. We'll open it with a sprite, and we'll color our hunter to be white. So, white. G for paint bucket. So this is our Shadow Lord, tier 2, if you will. Cool. I still like the red eye of the ostrich. I think that's cool. So Shadow Lord, or Hunter. No, yeah, Hunter. I'm just gonna add. I want to add like a little bit of pizzazz. Just a bit, you know. I'm just gonna add a little shading here to the left side. Now part of me wants to make the tier 2 a little more intimidating, but I don't know what else to do to it. It's so simple. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. I think that's okay. Does that? I think that's okay. You know, because I think our player atlas, let me see. Where is our ostrich atlas? Player atlas. We zoom in, see how we've got shading. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's maybe, yeah, we can get away with that. You know, adding a little one on the side too. Okay. I like that. We'll save as Hunter Atlas in our pics folder. That's correct. File exists. Yes. Overwrite it. We'll make sure our Hunter Atlas is the white one. Yes. Now let's go to our Shadow Lord. We'll open this in a sprite, and Shadow Lord is blue. Correct? If we look at here. Yep, Shadow Lord's blue. Oh, and blue eyes. Oh, see, look, it's got, yeah, white eyes, red eyes. So Bounders, red eyes, white eyes, blue eyes. Okay, so I guess I will change that. We'll just give our Hunter Atlas ostrich or vulture white eyes. To stay consistent with the original. File. Save. Shadow Lord. Okay. So we're looking for that blue, right? That kind of rich blue. It's a little too dark, yeah. Yeah, needs to be brighter. Something like that, maybe? Yeah. Yeah. And then probably going to call it a night after I import these I almost did a program today. It was late and I was like, you know what? Just 5 minutes. You know, it's all I wanted to commit to when I started this project, so that's all I'm holding myself to. 5 minutes. which I think we've already got. And this way, this just sets us up for the next update, right? So like the next time when we're about to, you know, code a stream or whatever, and we know we need these tiers done. But you know, when there's friction, you know, when I think about doing an update, I'm like, oh, I got to do all the logic. I got to figure out what logic needs to be where. I got to figure out all the sprites. And then it kind of just like weighs on me, and I'm like, maybe I don't program today. Or like, you know, like it just adds some friction. So I feel like if I get out, you know, if we get the artwork done, we kind of set ourselves up for success in the way that like all we have to do is use what we already made. Less friction, less things to think about. So yeah, just kind of like tackling it in smaller pieces. And I feel like I do that. That helps me in real life too. It's like if I set myself up for success ahead of time in little ways, it just helps the friction so much. Let's save this as Shadow Lord Atlas PNG in camel case. Overwrite it. I'm going to double check that our Shadow Lord has blue eyes and is blue vulture. I'm going to double check that our Hunter Atlas has white vulture, white eyes, which it does. And then they should have the same 1 pixel buffer at the beginning, just like the other ones. See the 1 pixel buffer, and then 1 pixel buffer in between the next one. When we didn't do that, we were getting some artifacting. I don't know if there's a different method of doing it in Lua to prevent that, but the only fix I found was spreading out giving it a pixel buffer like that. So it works. And you know what? That's what I think is the error of when our player ostrich spawns. We spawn and then we like shift 1 pixel for whatever reason. I still don't know what that bug is coming from. But we've got that. We've got those two. We fixed the logical bug we made last episode, which is nice. So we can actually commit a code change rather than just committing a PNG added to our get staging area. So let's set us up for success. And in our Vulture Atlas, you know, we're going to change that. We're going to call it, we're going to call this one, you know what? Hunter Atlas. We're going to change the word Vulture Atlas here into Bounder Atlas, but we have to change every time we say that. So we'd have to go into our Vulture class and make sure we get that right. This is a Shadow Lord in Camel Case Atlas, which takes in directory to Shadow Lord Camel Case Atlas.png, Shadow Lord Atlas PNG. Now we change this Vulture Atlas to Bounder Atlas, and we change this to Bounder Atlas .png. We would need to change our directory. Vulture Atlas is now Bounder Atlas. It should have been called Bounder Atlas in the first place, really, but I didn't really think about that. So we've got that. Now we need to go into our Vulture class, go to our Vulture Atlas, and find, we need to inherit, so our self Atlas now gets Bounder Atlas. And then that's actually the only time we use Vultr Atlas, because every time after that we just refer to it as Self Atlas because it's a class. So we just refer to its Atlas. Okay. So we've got our new pictures for our tier system logic. You know, our new Shadow Lord and Bounder sprites imported into our main. Let's make sure we didn't break anything. It seems to be fine. And then, oopsie. That's cool. I love the eggs bouncing off the side collision like that. That's really cool. Okay, we didn't break anything, and we fixed a bug, and we set ourselves up to have an easier time for when we start to implement the new tier system, because we're going to be adding eggs. We're going to be adding egg hatching. So we also ultimately need that new jockey sprite and everything too. Then we need to code some logic, some AI, which is going to be actually really tricky, I think. We have to code AI to run to the egg, right? So like the vulture-less vulture of the next tier of whatever egg is about to hatch, once it hatches into a jockey, the vulture needs to run from off screen into screen and then run and collide with the egg. So we have to come up with AI logic for a vulture to find an egg, which is tricky. I don't know how we're going to do that. You know, it's not as simple as run left until you collide with an egg. Yeah. I guess it'll be useful to review how the original might have done it. Like, does a vulture in that scenario ever turn directions? Does it yeah, I'd have to just review it, I think. But, you know, that's Future Paul's problem. So, okay. So yeah, we'll need jockeys hatching, we'll need AI for the vulture to find the egg, and then we need to convert, you know, the egg into a new instantiation of the upgraded tier system. We need to change that egg's score amount in the print score, which right now they're actually not tied to the eggs, they're tied to the order in which eggs are collected. So we'll have to figure something out to do that, to fix that, because right now they're hard. The scores are hard coded to be first egg is 250, second is 500. So yeah, we've got a little bit of testing ahead of us to see how the original kind of handles that, and then we could start implementing it, I guess. And then once we get hatching and the tier systems working, I guess at that point we can start working at new waves, right? Because what else is there in the game? You know, there's, I mean, Pterodactyl, but it's like that's probably going to be last. And then, you know, we need to work on the retracting ground platform, which is going to be tricky, I think, but yeah. It's a lot of work, but I mean, look at it. Look at this game, man. You know, we made this from our brain with a little bit of source material, but it's not like I referenced the code. I just referenced how the game worked. So I think that's really really good. Ooh, see 1,000. Yeah, okay. So I know exactly why that happened. Because we don't have a print score for a 5th egg. And when I pressed V to trigger more vultures, but wave 1's only supposed to have 4, so we'll need to fix that. This is exactly what we need to do, is populate our table. Yeah. I'm just gonna write. I'm gonna write fix hard-coded print score objects for wave 1. Well, just in general. Fix hard-coded so we don't crash upon grabbing 5th egg. So the reason it crashed there is because upon a collision with an ostrich, it makes an egg, but well, actually it crashed when we collided with the egg, because when we collide with an egg, it's supposed to add the score amount and render the score amount, but it did not have access to any of that sort of information because the 5th egg didn't get any of that info. Because in our play state, we only give 4. And we kind of hard code them in. Yeah, we hard code them in like this. So this is what I meant by like don't hard code them in, is because right now the first egg is 250, second is 500, then 750, 1,000. But if we restart or grab an egg and then spawn some more eggs, once it hits that 5th egg, there's no instantiation of print score, because there's no print score inside the table of our scores, because we're only doing it 4 times. So we'll have to figure out how to do that in a better way. Because I mean, the pressing V to make vultures is only something I have for testing purposes, so it's not really a game functionality that we'll be leaving in there. So you shouldn't be able to get a 5th egg until we add the tiers, right? Because you can collide with the egg. Let's say we collect 3 eggs, then we make a 4th egg. We let it hatch. Oh, I guess. No, yeah, because we wouldn't collide with it, so it wouldn't crash the game there either. But it would be the incorrect score. So we just have to figure out how to implement that better. But yeah, man, I'm proud of what we got. I'm gonna look, if we do a git status, we can see we added, or we modified our main by importing our atlases. We modified our Vulture Atlas by calling it Bounder Atlas. We added a Hunter Atlas and a Shadowlord Atlas. So if we do a git add everything to staging area with a message, commit message saying fixed logical score bug, and then added Hunter and Shadowlord sprites. Sprite or Atlas. Okay, git push to our origin main repository, and then we'll call it a day, man. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow I'm hoping will be a little bit more substantial. I just didn't get coding till late today. That's my bad. But see you tomorrow.